minimum these Shanti mantras by heart. And any day, every day, morning, anytime you can recite these 3 mantras, which will work a lot, because our day timetable every day changes. We don't know what are the happenings, what are the gains, what are the losses, how would be our sentiments, how would be our feelings. Everything is always, every day, new. And all days don't go same. That's what Kalidasa says. See, never the course of love or life runs smooth and the same. Therefore, we must pray God, because the prayer is the only one tool through which you can unlock the grace of all gods and see that our endeavors are being attended to by them, because no doubt gods also have got their personal problems and personal difficulties and their own ills and itches. But they won't show their ills and itches, and they try to secure solution at their own levels, not to bother the human level. But human level is low, because the humans are known for variance, too much of variance. Variance in a sense that people are all subjected to sattva, raja and tamogunas. So every day we have so many changes, but we must want a harmonious continuity of happiness, pleasantness of mind, peace of mind, that we are not much disturbed of our emotions and also our pursuits, and especially our reference to the worship of the gods. For that purpose, we have so many interesting suggestive, instructive suktas in the Veda. Why do you read Veda? Because Veda teaches you that you should always keep your spirits on and your mood on and spirited, not to lose your balance of mind, not to become very much distressed. Not if you are distressed, you will make others also distressed. So that's why at least the words of the great sages who have got all these mantras revealed will have a kind of fillip upon our lifestyles. That's what I think. I don't know about you, but now you should always practice these things because we have problems. Problem is only of to all people whoever have got birth. Problem means problem to exist, problem to shine, problem to become famous. And every problem is really demanding our attention and effort. That's why you ask Agni, the highly energetic power, Yodhyasma Juhuranameno. So Juhuranam Yenaha Yudhyasma. There you include Agni also as a partner in fighting out unless the leader cooperates and joins with you, you will not have a total success of your endeavor. The leader cannot simply sit at one place and demand. No, you should also come and work along with us. It's a cooperative activity, and Sambhuya Samutthana we call it. Gods, humans, and many other items go in online and coordinate, that the success comes to us. Therefore, Yodhyasma Juhuranamenaha. Juhuranam means the small things you can always attend to. Supposing there's a small cut, which is not much problematic, you will just apply Band-Aid or some ointment or some treatment in the house only. You need not go to a hospital. Like that, this enaha is there. But certain things are there which are described as juhuranam. Serious sins are there which require higher attention from you or from others. And there, even the God also is involved. he also has to come and work with you. Then only the work will be really accomplishing. Therefore, you jasmat juhurana meno, and for all this kind of help that he is also coordinating, we have to thank him. So gods want not thanks, they want namaskaras, total surrendering of our ego, our gunas, all of whatever we claim as ours, kamam, krodham, lobha, moha, mada, matsarya, dambha, garva. Hey, a number of things are there associated. In fact, in Narayaniyam, you have seen what the mistake the Brahmadeva did. In the Srishti, he created all negativity, and the whole world was filled with that kind of fear and negativity and problems, and all tamasa guna was there. At first for Brahma came the tamasa guna, and so later on he realized what a terrible mistake he has done. So again meditate upon the God Narayana. He got his grace and then started creating Maharshis and all other Yaksha, Kinnarva, Gandharva. So the creation became positive later on. So actually everybody has got the ability to say no, but one has to really make mind to say yes. That's why in the second sloka you ask for Agni, the right God, to show you a righteous path, a path which you trod, which usually guides, and see that we all become happy and work together. And again, Atman is. So for all that, Atma is important. And Atma is not only body. There is somebody Paramatma. So we say, Atma me sudhyantam, Antaratma me sudhyantam. So there is one, in Mahanarayana Upanishad, we have a prayer that let my Atma be pure, become pure. Let my Antaratma become pure. Let my Bhutatma become pure. Let Paramatma remain sanctified with our sanctifying rights, etc. So even Mahanyasam also, in the Prana Pratishtha, you say, Atma Atmanisritaha, Atma Hrudaye, Atma Hrudaye, Hrudayam Mayi, Aham Amrute, Amrutam Brahmani. I hope these sentences are very clear and you can understand. There is no problem. Atmanisrita. The body is staying in the Atma, that is the person who takes seat in you. So you are only a seat. You are only the casement or dabba or inbox. Into inbox, so many things are there. Like that, this is the time. And this kind of instruction or awakening is being given to us by the Bhagya Suktam. You know, Bhagya Sukta, Saubhagya, Bhagya, Bhoga. These are the three things which are very much wanted to all people who are born. It's not only common to human beings. Even gods also must be Bhagyavantas. And therefore, you just describe Paramatma, people, gods as Bhagavan. So in the Sukta, which we have been learning, in the fifth mantra onwards, I have to do for you. And the fifth mantra, please be aware. Repeat. Om Bhaga Eva Bhagavagum Astu Devaha.
Om Bhaga Eva Bhagavam Astu Deva. Om Bhaga Eva Bhagavam Astu Deva.
Tena Vayam Bhagavantasyama.
Tena Vayam Bhagavastasyama. Tena Vayam Bhagavastasyama.
Bhagavantasyama.
Bhagavantasyama. Bhagavantasyama.
Tva Bhaga.
Tva Bhaga. Tva Bhaga.
Sarva Ijjo Havimi.
sarva ijjohamimi, sarva ijjohaimi,
Sano bhaga
sano baga,
pura eta bhaveha.
pura eta baveha.
You see, as it is, everybody has got all abilities in individuals. When Paramatma created all people, he has not deprived anybody anything. But slowly, the manner how the abilities are being recognized and worked out and mastered depends upon the individual. That's why in Durga Saptasati, that Rishi tells you, Sarvasya Jantoho Buddhirasti. To all Jantus born upon the land, they have the Buddhi. And that Buddhi is Durga Parameswari. Yadevi Sarvabhuteshu Buddhi Rupena Samsthita Namaha. So here also you get that, He Devaha, O gods, Bhagavam Eva Bhaga Eva Bhagavan Astu. Let the God whom we are praising, that Bhagadevata, that is Surya Bhagavan. And Bha is a brilliance. Ga is to goal. So Bhaga is to obtain the brilliance. After all, we are all living upon the earth in order to make name and fame more than properties. If you make more and more properties, not only you are unhappy, but also the claimants of the property are also unhappy because there is no satisfaction at all. But what we want is we have to make name and fame, and that alone will be helpful to us. Such people are called as Bhagavans. I have given you already definition. Bhagavan means completely potential, dynamic, and lucrative to all people, available for all people. So, Astu Devaha. So when Bhagavan is rich enough, then what is the advantage to us? Bhagavan Tasyama. If Bhagavan is Bhagavan, we can become Bhagavans. If rich people are having good money or good riches, they can share the riches and we can also become better riches to some extent. That's why in Rudram, you say Bhagavat Jastanushva Midva Toka Yatanaya Seyo. So you make a prayer to Rudra every Saturday, Friday and Saturday morning in America around 7 o'clock, 7:30 Chicago time, 8:30 India Eastern time. I am just explaining Rudram, only Bhashyam, not the recitation. They want somebody, a group of them wanted the Bhashyam to be given to us. Bhashyam is talk about Rudram. So this morning I just inaugurated, it was just sudden, and I started explaining. If anybody is desirous, I will send the link to Shailaja or somebody. She will share that link. And tomorrow at your 8:30 for about 40 minutes, you can listen to me talking on the Rudra Bhashya. I don't teach or make you pronounce that, but you can, Aramesh, it is your evening 7 o'clock Saturday for you. I don't know your convenience. But then
no, sir, I will try because this is a very interesting thing. And yes, sir.
I'm explaining the Rudram, not the pronunciation, not the text.
Yes,
I read the text and explain that. So today I just started to some extent, and tomorrow the first Anuvaka, so slowly, so if you only the Bhashyam or commentary on that. So I'm just giving an upper, I'll send that to you also, and you can just take
Please, sir, please.
that. Rama Sharma and his friends have created that this morning, and they wanted since long, but Rudra has agreed that we should have some kind of discussion on him. So suddenly it appeared. So if you are ready at 8:30 or Indian Eastern time, 7:30 Central Time, and your India time evening 7 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So here we see that Bhagavantasyama, we want to be always Bhagavantas. Bhagavan Satya Sai Baba, Bhagavan Ramana Maharshi, Bhagavan, etc. You keep on talking to all the people who have done some spiritual heights. You can't call ordinary people otherwise, but they are Bhagavan. A top engineer is not Bhagavan. Only top spiritualists who have improved themselves, who improve others, them only you call Bhagavan. So we should also rise high in the spiritual heights. That's why Vayam Bhagavantasyama. Then what happened? For that, what we have to do? Tam tva bhaga sarva ijjo havimi. We have told that, hey Bhaga, now after having talked to the all God's consent, that you should work to be a Bhagavan. Everybody has got the potentiality of being a Bhagavan. What is Bhagavan? Trying to illuminate yourself and also illuminate those who are close by to you, so that there will be total illumination and happiness. Supposing a wonderful scholar comes to your group, naturally the conversation and the dialogue and the information and discussion changes. Like that, Sarva Ijjo Havimi. So what are all sorts of worship and honor I am going to extend to you, O Bhagadevata, O Surya Bhagavan, so that, why? Bhaga Puraeta Bhaveha, so that the Bhagavan, Surya Bhagavan, will agree to be at our forefront and lead us the way. See, we should have a well-educated or well-informed person as our leader. You know, in those days, people want to go to a forest. So there were so many skilled people who knows entire thing about a forest. So Maharajas used to maintain the forest diviners and also guides in the forest. Something like when you visit a historical place like Hampi in India or any other place or the museum in Chicago or etc., scientific, you have got guides who will explain to you many things. And you know, in New York, there is the first studio of Alva Edison, and he has got a big studio, first studio for cinema. And when you go inside, there are so many things that he had collected, and the guide was there to explain any and everything that he has collected. What you throw as a garbage, this Edison collected it as a sacred thing and kept it as a reserve exhibit. Anyway, like that, here, Purayeta Bhavat, he should be our leader, our guide and all that. Now repeat, Samadvarayo Shaso Anamanta.
Samadvarayo Shaso Anamanta. Samadvarayo Shaso Anamanta.
Dadhikraveva Suchaye Padaya.
Dadikrave Vasuchaye Padaya. Dadikrave Vasuchaye Padaya.
Pada andre position or employment or the platform. So our platform or our seat must be Suchi. The sacrificial hall must be Suchi. And who is the deity for the Suchitva? Dadhikrav. No, you know, everybody in Sandhya Vandana elsewhere, Dadhikrano Akarisham. Ramesh, you have heard this. Jishno Rasvasya Vajina Surabhino Mukha Karato Prana Ayu Gumshitarishatu. This is the only one mantra which occurs many times in the Rigveda itself. At least I could count 4 times this mantra occurs, because this mantra is the purification of your mouth so that you will be able to utter Vedaksharas. because all the time you must have spoken all filthy, normal, low and laukika language. But when you want to make the Veda mantras uttered, you must wash up, mouthwash, you call it. It's something like it that whatever you have eaten or anything like that will be suppressed and you get the Veda Akshara fragrance. So, the Dadhikra Iva, so Dadhikra is also another name, Prajapati. And this mantra occurs in the Ashwamedha Yaga in Yajurveda, where all the priests and the queens of the Maharaja Chakravarti at one time, before that fertility and all that, right, they will be speaking all riddles and ugly languages, rather foul languages. So after having indulged in the foul language, they are called prahelikas in Yajurveda. They cannot immediately shift themselves to utter the next following Veda mantras to continue the Ashwamedha Yaga. Therefore, in the 23rd chapter or so, after that kind of ugly language they speak, because it is a fertility magic, they call it. It is something like in Telugu we have got a Kamanna Makkalu. On Phalguna Suddha Purnima, some people will speak all dirt and all foul language. And that is the only concession day on Purnima day where all people speak in India. But all those things people are forgetting. Kamanna Makkalu. And
Kallu, Badi Makkalu.
Yeah, you remember? Yes, Sandhya is now remembering. Only when you are in India, you feel a small boy is coming home.
ಅದೇ ನಮ್ಮ ಹಸ್ಬೆಂಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೀಯ ತಲೆಗಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೂ ಕೆಟ್ಟ ಮಾತುಗಳು ಆಡ್ತಾ
See, in the 1 year, one is allowed to speak that so that the whole mouth gets washed and they will not speak further anymore. ಸಂವತ್ಸರದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಂಬಾ ಶುದ್ಧವಾಗಿರೋದು ತುಂಬಾ ಕಷ್ಟ. It is a hard job to remain always pure for humans. Gods may be 24 hours clean and clear and powerful. But man cannot be, because he has got so many. That's why he is advised to do Sandhya and all that, Achamana and all that. Anyway, so that's what they call it as a fertility magic. So in the Ashwamedha Yaga it comes up. So in order to make their mouth purified and sanctified, they utter the mantra Dadhikrano Akarisham Jishnoho Aswasya Vajinaha. We have either to spoken all ugly language, foul language, and keeping that aswa, the sacrifice, the victim, after whose name the whole sacrifice goes, horse sacrifice. Then please make our mouths fragrant. Surabhino mukha.
Mukha.
Our mukha, our mouth should be surabhi, fragrant. And prana ayu gumshi tarishatu. Don't put axe upon our longevity of life, having spoken all this kind of foul language. You see, halu matagalu adabeda, idu nama Purandara Vithalanage sariyalla. Papa Purandardas bolkondu hogidare avatra. He went on telling, never you speak bad, foul language, because it is not liked by Hari. You should always speak good language. Anyway, here, Surabhino Mukhakaratu. So the Dadhikran is a deity, he is Prajapati, he is a horse, and there are so many things. And what is important about Dadhikra is Suchaye Padaya. It will not only turns pure and makes people who praise also turn pure. So that's why Prajapati is the only eligible god who can sanctify people who have committed so many doshas. Therefore, we make a prayer to Dadhikra and Advaraya Ushaso Anamanta. So the Anamanta is Namaskara for the sake of Suchi. Please repeat Arvachinam Vasuvidam
अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं अर्वाचीनं वसुविदं
Bhaganno
भगन्नो भगन्नो
Ratham Iva
रथम् इव रथम् इव
Rathamiva Shvavajinaha
रथमिस्वावास्ति जनः
Rathamiva Shvavajina
रथमिवास्वाजिनः
Vajina Avahantu.
रथमिवास्वाजिनवहन्तु रथमिवास्वाजिनवहन्तु.
So who is this Bhaga Devata? He is a Vasuvit. Vasuvit means he knows to divine the places of treasure. Something like geologists are there, water diviners are there, oil diviners are there, etc. That's a wonderful scenting power and skill. And Vastugnas are also there. Before building the house, the Vastu Purusha or Vastu scholar is being taken to the site and asked what is the position. So the Vastugna will be able to tell. I know so many friends in India, and because the government will allot sites anywhere, and whether it is suitable or not, sometime in graveyards they make layouts and give the site, and when you dig you will find bones and all that coming up. So that's why there must be better skill to be able to give you all what you love. That is what is the great quality of Bhagadevata. So Vasuvidham and Vajinaha Avahantu. Vajinaha Vajam Dadati. Vaja means special desired gifts. So the special desired gifts we will be able to acquire, and it is possible. Something like if the horse is yoked to the cart, the mobility comes to the cart and the horse. So they bring lot of luck and prosperity and purity. Like that, you please, O Bhagadevata, bestow on us wonderful wealth. Ashvavati, what is the kind of Vasu? Now there is naming of that. What do you want in particular? If it is asked, then you should be able to say, you should not always say, ದೇವರಿಗೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಗೊತ್ತು, ನನ್ಗೆ ಕೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ನನಗೇನಿಲ್ಲ, ಎವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಅವ್ರಿಗೇನೂ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. You should always know that gods do not know anything, because their area and purview is universal. We are all speck in the universe. Therefore, you have to mention what you want specifically. Therefore, we have a proverb also. In Telugu, Adagandi Ammaina Annam Pettadu ani. Unless the child demands mother, the mother cannot feed the baby. So that like that, mother is a goddess. Repeat, Asvavati. Yes, Asvavati.
Ashvavatiः
2 times.
Asvavatiः
Gomatirna Ushaso.
Gomatirna Ushaso Gomatirna Ushaso
Veeravati Sadamucchantu.
Veeravati Sadamucchantu Veeravati Sadamucchantu
Bhadra.
Bhadraha Bhadraha
Ghrutam Duhana.
Ghrutam Duhana Ghrutam Duhana
Vishvata Prapina.
Visvata Prapina Visvata Prapina
Yuyam Pata.
यूयं पात
स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः
स्वस्तिभिः सदा नः
So we want, what is the kind of wealth you want? You want a good number of horses. That is the wealth. And good number of go. Go means cows. So that's called Pasu Sampada. In Vedic times, there was no paper currency or anything like that. They used to make all transactions through exchange of animals, through exchange of the grains. And so much plenitude was there. Probably many of you, when you were all small, people used to come to your house, give suppu or tarkari or some dal in exchange of not rupees, in exchange of some other thing. So those days have gone. Probably Ramesh must not have seen, but we have seen those days in small places. In Naga, probably if he were to be more time in his own village, he must have seen, because these practices are there. Because the money has no much value. They want exchange of dhanya, exchange of grains, the leaves, vegetables and all that. Like that.
Ramesh does it now, Sadhguru.
Hello?
Ramesh does it now. He does exchange now also.
Yeah, I don't know how long he was in Nagasamudram. I don't know. But I was only a visitor for 3 days in Nagasamudram. So I know. But there, then Nagasamudram and now must be different. And Ramesh has been promising to take me to Nagasamudram sometime. It is not happening. I can wait for that. Anyway, so
Yes, sir.
in villages, you find that kind of exchange. So that's why we are also asking the gods, the Bhagadevata and also Usha Devata, what Ashwavati Gomati Naha. You please bring us number of cattle in the form of horses and cows, and also let more and more healthy people reach us safe in the Sadam means the academic councils, the literary councils or seminar halls. And Bhadraha Uchantu promote us to have some kind of literary, academic, useful discussion and knowledge. So all that is a part of Bhaga Aiswarya. So when we have got that blessing, the Usha Devata is also involved, because before Bhaga, before Surya Bhagavan, there is Usha Devi. So Usha, first of all, I told you, Sandhya Kala, then Usha Kala, Pratah Kala, then Suryodaya, and then Aditya. So between 3 to 6 o'clock, in 3 hours, you see lot of changes in this horizon. See, actually the night will have only 3 yamas. Yama means 3 hours. On Shivaratri day, you have the experience. The 3 Yama Puja they perform. That is, every 3 hours, the Yama begins from 6 o'clock in the evening. 6 to 9, 9 to 12, 12 to 3, and 3 to 6. After 6 o'clock, you can go home and not sleep, but relax. Whole day you are not supposed to sleep. If at all you want to complete the punyam for Shivaratri Jagarana. Anyway, that's what our Puranas tell. Anyway, so Bhudraha, and moreover, Ghrutam Duhanaha, Vishwataha Prapinaha, Yuyam Swastivihi Naha Sada Pata. So you have to make your request loudly. That too, you should always make prayer and express your desires a little loudly to the gods, because they are also hard in hearing. Why hard in hearing? Because they are busy. You have to draw the attention of the gods also to you. Something like a child goes to a mother and keep on pulling the saree of the mother, Amma, Amma, Amma. Amma will only answer the baby after 4 or 5 such pulls because she's otherwise busy. So to say that here also, Yuyam Sadanaha Swastivihi Pata. You please protect us with all swasti. Swasti is arogya. We have made a prayer. We always make a prayer. What we want primarily, Bhadram. After Bhadram, we want swasti. And after swasti, we want the guidance. That's why Naya, that's what it is, Agne Naya. So when there is a guidance, when there is security, when there is health and all that, then our day's program will go happy. So you Yampata, may all you gods protect us every time. And moreover, they should also be fed properly. Ghrutam duhanaha. They have to be giving us, accepting the ghee, and also with that, Vishwataha prapinaha. Prapinatva means complete happiness. They should not have any lakuna in their happiness, totally happy. Something like after taking food, people are all completely happy. Even if you offer something more, no, I am full. So say, that's what is called as prapinatvam. So, Ghrutam Duhana. And this particular mantra is found is drawn from the 7th mandala of the Rig Veda, which is called as the Vasishtha Mandala. You know, there are 10 mandalas in the Rig Veda. First mandala, 9th and 10th mandala are supposed to be a miscellaneous mandala, or where all kinds of seers and their suktas, revelations are included. But from 2nd to 8th mandalas, we have got rishis. For example, 3rd mandala is called as Vishwamitra Mandala, Rishi, whole family rishis. 7th mandala is Vasishtha Rishi. Like that, we have got Atri, Vishwamitra, like that other rishis are there, Gutsamada and all that. They're all Veda rishis, Maharshis, to whom the knowledge has been revealed. Actually, how they are revealed? Brahmadeva, as you see in Narayaniyam, that Brahma got all knowledge. And all knowledge he picked up, recognized. Now, Ramesh, you are absent for Narayaniyam, therefore it is information for you, news, Deccan Herald. So, Narayana, in the deluge, what he would do is, whatever knowledge is available, whatever creation available, he will just first keep it in his stomach. That's why Vishnu is called as a Damodara. Damodara means everything is there stocked in his stomach. When once the pralayam is over, when Brahma comes up, Brahma is seated upon 8-petaled, comfortable Divya Padma. It is not ordinary Padma, lotus. It is a divine flower, lotus flower. In the petals, later, the Vishnu deposits all that information, stock information in the petals. Then Vishnu, that Brahmadeva, after doing tapas for 1 year and getting the Ashirvada and grace of Narayana, he starts catching up all that, and then he will impart the knowledge, Vedic knowledge or Vedas to the Rishis. From Rishis it comes down. That is the one version of the how the creation, how the knowledge comes. So here also, Ghrutam Duhanaha, Vishwata Prapinaha, Yuyam Pata, Swastivihi Sadanaha. The Pata is, Pa is to protect. So, yeah, all time, Swasti is important for us. What is Swasti? Your health must be there. In other words, the body temperature is there, 98.4 degrees. That should be maintained. Then we are happy. If the temperature is high or low, problems crops up. That's why when we are maintaining common temperature, normal temperature and normal BP, normal sugar, etc., no doctor necessary. Therefore, that is what we call as swasti. And there is not one swasti. There are a number of swastis we have got to be reciting, getting. You have seen that Pusha, then Twastru, Garuda, Brihaspati, and Indra. Well, they're all bestowing on us different types of swastis. That is to say that we should have psychological happiness, sociological happiness, physiological happiness, etc. You can keep on counting. So many aspects are there. So many folds are there in human beings. Where human being is simply an ocean. And always like waves in the ocean, the body also will be having such type of chalatvam. And therefore it is said, Manavaha chalam hi manava jivitam. So Ravana says to Sita Devi in Sundarakanda, well, you are human and your yavanam is chalam, and so you do it. So he goes on taking the argument like that. Anyway, so here, yuyam pata swasti vihi sadanaha. So what you want is swasti. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾರೊಬ್ರು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಬೇಕು ದೇವರು ಸಾಕ್ಷಾತ್ಕಾರ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗತ್ತೆ ಸಂಧ್ಯಾ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನನಗೇನು ಬೇಡ ಒಂದು ಆನೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರಂತೆ.
ಸರ್ ಆನೆ ಸಾಕಕ್ಕೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಇದಾಗತ್ತಲ್ಲ, ಆನೆ ಸಾಕಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ
ಆನೆ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಗಿವ್ ಮಿ ಒನ್ ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್. ಇನ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಎಲಿಫೆಂಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ನೋ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್. ಆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆನಂದ, ನಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿ.
ಓಕೆ ಓಕೆ ಸರ್, ಗೊತ್ತಿರ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ.
ಸೊ ಆನಂದ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿ ಒಂದು ಎರಡು ಇದ್ರೆ ಸಾಕು, ಇನ್ನೇನು ಬೇಡ ಅಂತ. ಆನಂದ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ. ನೀವು ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತೆ ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರೆ ನೆಮ್ಮದಿ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆನಂದ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ವಿಷ್ಣು ಸಹಸ್ರನಾಮ ಅಂಡ್ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ, ದೇ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಟೂ ಸೈಡ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಒನ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್. ಸೊ ಭಗವದ್ಗೀತಾ ಫಾರ್ activity and Vishnu Sahasranama for Shanti. That's why Shantyarthe Viniyujyate. And idu matra kelsakoskara. You tasmat yogi bhava Arjuna anta heltane. Yoga andre kelsa. And Shanta andrenu ella gottagibittu you should merge yourself in God. That's why you yampata swasti vihi sadanaha. And ultimately you started your prayer with Agni, Prataragnim, Pratarindragum, etc. Huvema, to your sacrificial hall, to your house, to your temple yard, wherever you are going in the morning, you invoke the presence of Agni. And you are concluding the Bhagya Suktam or Bhagya episode, again making prayer to Agni, because Agni is the only capable person. Agnir Brahma. Who is Agni? He is the Brahma. And again in Agrikaryam, we have a beautiful mantra that Agnaye Bruhate Nakaya Swaha. So the Agni Jwalas can easily reach up the heights of Nakaloka or Swargaloka. We don't know how many miles high from the earth, Swargaloka. But Agni knows the measure, and instantaneously Agni's speed nobody can beat. So he just conveys, the moment you say Agnaya idam, Chandraya idam, Indraya idam, Namama. The moment you say Namama, that will reach the post box of the Indra, Agni, Chandra and all people. Like that, Agni is a very important energizer to all of us. So please repeat, Amma. Yomagne bhaginagum santam.
Yomagne bhaginagum santam. Yomagne bhaginagam santam.
Atha bhagam chikirshati.
Atha bhagam chikirshati. Atha bhagam chakirshati.
Abhagamagne tam kuru.
Abhagamagne tam kuru. Abhagamagne tam kuru.
Mamagne bhaginam kuru.
अग्ने भागिनं कुरु माम अग्ने भागिनं कुरु.
So if you are offering anything to Agni, in Agnihotra ceremony, there is Agni Chayana, Agnihotra, Agni Karya, Agni Anusthana, etc. There are so many kinds of short and big worships to Agni. So in Agnihotra ceremony, this mantra occurs in Yajurveda, 3rd chapter connectedly. There, so say, Bhaginam Kuru Swaha. Swahakara there we say. Here, because this is only a theory class, you are given only no Swaha there. If you are sitting in the laboratory, namely the sacrificial hall to perform Homa or Yajna, then the Swaha comes into picture. Because you are having the Vairagya or Tyaga. What is Yajna? Yajna means Tyaga. If you don't have that Tyaga Buddhi, don't think of offering things to the fire. There are many people who say that, oh, what stupidity it is to offer such expensive saree in the fire. People talk like that. Then we cannot talk to them. Their level is that much only. But still we can argue and convince them. So here, Agne, you are talking to him. Yaha bhaginam santam abhatha abhagam chikirshate. Those people, O Agni, those people who deprive me the eligible riches that I should get, please try to make him punished. And again, please take care of me, give me all the blessings, all the wealth, because Agni is the only God who can give you riches, health, prosperity, and all that. You know that in Agnikarya, in any Homa at the end, you remember when we did Saundarlari Homa, we recited one beautiful prayer. Every time we do it, whenever we do Homa, that Swasti, Sraddham, Pragnam, Vidyam, Buddhim, Sriyam, Balam, Ayushyam, Arogyam, Dehi me Havyavahana, Sriyam Dehi me Havyavahana, Om Namayiti. There are 13 desires in one mantra, beginning from Swasti. Ultimately, you want wealth. So, like that, here, Agne Mam Bhaginam Kuru. But those people who are my enemies, who trouble me, they should be punished. You please note that our mantras are divided. They are called, some mantras are called samsas, some mantras are called as shapas. Unless you try to avoid bad fellows, troublemongers to you, to your sacrifice, they are called aratis. Aratis are enemies because they discourage you doing homa. They discourage you doing puja. They discourage you going to a temple and making your prayers to them. So all that spiritual positive activity, sentiment that you develop, that is being curbed. And such people are called your aratis or shatrus. So them you should be able to submit to the God to give appropriate punishment. That's why you see it's called Sapa and Samsa. So generally we make more Samsa, and at times Samsa also will involve Sapa. So Tam Abhagam Agne Kuru Mam Agne Bhaginam Kuri. Bhaga means Bhaga. Bhagasya idam bhagaha. Bhaga andre share. When you talk about the share, what is the share you have? You always want to share in the food, share in the wealth, share in the property, but nobody can share the pain. That's the whole thing. You can only go and give sympathy to the patient suffering, but never you can say it. That is the divine Maya. See, God is so great that he cannot admit anybody sharing their pain to others. And pain is always personal. What is pain? That's a papa. That's why Purva Janma Krutam Papam Vyadhi Rupena Vadhate is our statement in Smritis. Whatever kind of sins and amount of sins that we have done, that will just give trouble for the person in this birth. Therefore, you always make namaskara to the God by prostrating to them. Ajanma kruta papanam prayaschittam dine dine. When you make namaskara, you make perambulation, self-perambulation. So that's what Atma Pradakshina is most supreme thing than all other pradakshinas. Because if you make pradakshinas, others, they feel unhappy. What? You have done only 3 pradakshinas, only 108 pradakshinas. The number, they will be dissatisfied. But if you do pradakshina to your own self, then it is called Atma Pradakshina, Atma Paryavekshana, and Atma Anubhava, Atmodvarana. That all you are going to talk about the Atma's importance in the 6th chapter and before in Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna will try to talk good about Atma. Therefore, here we submit Asesha. See, whatever papa we have been carrying on, birth by birth, all that papa must get extinguished. Ajanma kruta papanam prayaschittam dine dine. So you are every day making namaskara, uttering Veda mantra, prostrating to the God and submitting your ego to him and say that I have no ego, I am absolutely Sishyasteham Shadhimam Prapannam. At the same time, you ask Chidananda Rupa Sada Sivoham Sivoham. I am always this. In fact, this particular Nirvana Shatka, Shankaracharya wrote this in the presence of Kamakshi in Kanchipuram. She is a very powerful goddess and her eyes are very powerful because it is a Kamakshi. We have got goddesses, especially known as Kamakshi, Visalakshi, Meenakshi, etc. The Aksha. Aksha is the eye, the physical eye. The vision inside is the grace. So we want the grace of Devi to flow forth out from the eyes. Therefore, it's called Drishti. And in Saundarya we have got Dragiyasya Drishtya. Shankara puts it as a Dragiyasya, where our Drishti will go any distance. Our Drishti is only 14 miles as standard. A man's eye can see 14 miles, objects of 14 miles. That is the standard sight. But we have lost all that power, all that standardization. We have our own standard of looking at things. Anyway, so, well, everything that Achi is there. And so, Abhagam Agni Tam Kuru. O Agni, make him Abhagyam. And Mam Bhaginam Kuru. That's when you say that, who are you then? I am somebody submitting to you. I love you. I respect you. I recognize you. I honor you, etc. So that's why in Gita also Krishna said, Mayyar Pitamano Buddhi, Mai Sarva Dharman Parityajya, Maya, and like that keep on taking the responsibility for himself on his own head. Generally people want things, but nobody wants responsibility for that. Everybody will shirk the responsibility. But Krishna is the only one God who says, Sarvakala Sarvavastas, you just remember me, Krishna's name, I will hold you always. So, Abhagamagne Tam Kuru, Mamagne Bhaginam Kuru. So, having been inviting that great Agni, we are asking him to take care of us, make us Bhagavantas. See, Pusha, Bhaga, Agni, Surya, they're all different names, but same basic energies. Adishakti or Mooladhara Shaktis, they give you all that. So I think you understood the Bhagya Suktam, it hardly takes you 2 or 3 minutes to recite. And the Bhagya Suktam is almost identical to Sri Suktam. Sri is Bhagyam. Sri is Lakshmi Devi and Bhaga is also that Lakshmi Swarupa. So Bhaga Eva Bhagavan, Lakshmi. So we have to keep our parlor very neat, and every day you recite before going to our work. It takes out hardly 2-3 minutes. Even you will get all that prosperity and all that. See, we are choosing in our Veda class, Ramesh, which are very much helpful for our laboratory job, because we believe in the laboratory and results more than theory classes. Therefore,
Theory classes.
you forget the theory, but you remember the theory only when you do the practicals. So that is what is called science. So here, when you keep on reciting number of times, you will definitely reap the results. So Japato Nasti Patakam, that's what Bhartrahari says. If you keep on repeating more times, the sins will get rid of us, or we get rid of the sins. It doesn't matter whether they get rid of us or we get rid of us. We want to be pure and happy and smiling and all that. Om Swasti Sahana Bhavatu.